And I'm Dylan Black. Murders in the Air is coming to St. Joseph High School at the start of May. With all the details, we say hello to two members of the St. Joseph High School production class. First of all, we say hi to Zoe Lyle.
Hi.
Hi. And Sagni Kuma is with us as well.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. We got the highs out of the way. Zoe, tell us about the high school production class. Well, what happens there?
The high school production class is we do everything for the play. We're not just acting. We do the set, we do the costumes, everything that's involved to putting on a production, we do ourselves. There is little to no teacher help. We even have a student director this year who gives us a lot of our notes.
Wow, it's nice to have the teachers out of the way, right? They just get it done sometimes. Students rule, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about this production, but actually before we talk about the production, it wasn't going to be this production, correct, Simon?
Yes, no. We were going to do Clue at first, but that ended up not working out due to some copyright issues. So then we had to switch our play. A week into our rehearsals, we had to change the costume, the set, the hair and makeup ideas. It was a lot, yeah.
So would you say that that's obviously bad because it's extra work, but you must have learned so much from that?
We did. Resiliency, perseverance.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
How to manage frustration, I bet.
Oh, lots of it.
Okay, so let's talk about this play then, Zoe. So what is Murders in the Air all about? It sounds pretty dramatic, pretty scary stuff.
It's actually a really interesting play. So Murders in the Air is about heirs finding out that they are no longer in their grandfather's will and he's a billionaire. And let's just say something goes wrong that night and someone ends up no longer alive.
Wow.
And there just so happens to be a detective there. And so the second act of the play is the detective and one of the heirs trying to solve the mystery. And the fun part about our play is we actually have 8 endings that the audience decides show night.
Wow. Okay, so Sagni, that couldn't have been much fun I mean, and I'm being honest here, it can't be much fun to rehearse 8 endings. But how many? So how many times? It's only playing twice, this show, correct?
Yes.
So you're only going to see 2 of these endings. So how do you feel about that?
Well, it's a lot to rehearse.
Yeah.
There are 8 of us that have to go through the same scene over and over again. So it is a lot to rehearse, like you said, but it's exciting. We like that element of surprise for the audience, and it does attract a lot of attention for our play.
So how does it work then? So the audience votes, Zoe, like throughout or at the end of the play, they vote on who they thought, who done it kind of thing?
So in our programs, there's actually going to be a little ballot slip that has the 8 options on the ballot. And so during intermission, they check off who they think it is, and then we quickly tally it up. And then at the end of the show, it's revealed who the killer is.
Lots of interesting characters, Sagni, in this play?
Yes.
Maybe highlight a couple of them.
Yes, there are some interesting characters as well as interesting character dynamics. Zoe plays Mrs. Davis. She has a lot of interesting props here.
Yeah.
Interesting character dynamics include Fiona Starkweather and her son Jordan. They have a really funny kind of familial relationship. And there's also her character, Mrs. Mike, and Simon Starkweather. They both kind of work together to solve the murder mystery. And there's Rufus and Bensonhurst too, who have a comedic relationship.
Okay, so you said comedic, so it's a comedy, it's a thriller, it's a drama. I mean, how would you describe this play?
I would say it is mostly a comedy, although it is a murder mystery. Most of it is comedy-based. It's not a super serious play. Even throughout our interview process and finding out who the killer is, it's mostly the characters not being too serious in their circumstances, even though they are all being.
So it's a lot of fun. Sagni, how long did it take from I mean, the original play that you were going to do until now? I mean, is this like sort of a year-long undertaking?
Oh, well, it's a semester.
It's a semester.
So we started in February, January.
Okay.
And we've been working since then, but we did lose a week of rehearsal because of the switch from Clue to Murders in the Air.
Okay, it's getting soon. The opening night, May 2nd. Tell me about some of the strengths. I've noticed researching this over the weekend that you guys are very strong online. So Zoe, why do you think that's such an important thing to do?
Well, that's really nice to hear. I'm actually head of marketing.
Yeah.
So
did I just get you an A+ then?
I hope
Perhaps?
so.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of kids in our school spend most of their days online on their phones, as bad as that is. So that's how we get most of our reach. So we want to do as much as we could with our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube. We want to do everything we could to try and gather attention. So we've put a lot of work into our marketing strategies, hoping to bring people out to our play.
But you've also introduced a lot of people to the characters.
Yes.
I've noticed that there's been these little vignettes of this character, that character. You even have a trailer to this.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of work to put that together?
It took about a class, and we all had different lines we wanted to throw together, and we used our trailer to also really get across the interactive part, and even used it to our advantage to talk about how we were set back with Clue and whatever else.
Yeah, and just to add on to what Zoe said, Janessa Emanuel, who's a student in our class, works really hard on those videos and does all the video editing, so shout out to her.
She is amazing at video editing.
Nice to give shout outs. St. Joseph High School, 3333 Greenbank Road, correct?
Yes.
So how many tickets are available with only 20 seconds left here? Are they going quick?
They're selling on Thursday, but you can buy them at the door. $7 for students and $10 for adults.
There you go. Only 2 shows. Check it out. Zoe and Sagney, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Good job. Details on the Mental Health Gala, which is coming up very soon, next on Daytime.